we've had that conversation, haven't we?
We have.
We
I
have.
really just don't notice that I say it, and then.
I know, that's why you're gonna, so everybody who has any time around Christina, if she says the words, I'm stupid, you can get on her and scream and yell and make her do push-ups or squats or some form so that she knows that she said it, because it's a negative conversation with herself that we must stop. I've been doing it for 3 years now. And you are not stupid. You are incredibly bright and a very good student and a very good musician. So stop telling yourself you're stupid.
I don't know about incredibly, but okay. Anyway, let's do this thing. I have a complaint.
You have a complaint now.
The song's just too dang on slow. Like I just
It's
can't.
too dang slow. Well, I guess you gotta calm down and use those muscles. So it's a good thing you're gonna be doing some push-ups.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know. I'm
Open
gonna
the
try.
body.
So
The same thing we've been talking about in lesson, right? You need to engage from here to here. So really lengthen from your hip bones to the bottom of your rib cage. Open that up and keep that frame open. Resistance in the arm will help you keep the tempo.
okay, I'll give it a shot.
It's not gonna work with your elbow down. So open the space. This does not work, remember?
Sorry.
Open. Slow down. T. So here's the thing. What do you guys need to be thinking about as you take that prep?
16.
Yeah, the 16, no. Tiki, 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 tiki. But you have to think about it before, because your breath was actually faster than where you came in. So it's,
Okay.
I'm thinking 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1.
Makes sense. Okay.
The slower the piece, the greater the subdivision in your head. Get your elbow forward just a hair. There we go. I like that. Get to the tip. 3E and a 4E. 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. Good. So when you're, this is actually, for this piece, it's actually going to really show some of the baton work, because at that speed, you can't fake through it. So what you are doing is 1, 2, and then you're coming 3E and a 4. So 3 is hitting with the back of your wrist instead of 1E and a 2E. I want to see it to the tip. So I'm going 3E, bum, bum. Right? You have to, it's that magic wand, right? The Mickey Mouse thing. You have to take it to the end, and you need to feel like there's a little bit of a weight on the tip of the baton. Okay? One more time.
Okay.
And 4.
Yeah.
So what do y'all see in just the 1? Does anybody talk to me?
It's kind of hard to see. Sorry, how I sound. It's kind of hard to see, but it doesn't really look like she's going through the entire beat. It's kind of like she's kind of like pressing down.
I do not see a point of contact with that. It's going like this, and then I would say you're having a hard time finding exactly where she wants that 1. So remember, just because it's slow doesn't mean it doesn't have impact. So the beginning is fortissimo. So it's got to be 1E, and so you still have to hit that. It still comes down. The tempo is set from the prep, 1E, and so it's still impact on that beginning.
I know it's probably because it's really, really slow, but it just looks like maybe you're a little unsure of your own tempo, so you don't know where 1 would be.
Are you counting that 1E and
yeah.
Can you do it out loud this time?
Okay.
From your prep. Elbow forward.
And 3E and 4E and
1, 2E and. See, so what you're doing is the in between you're moving too fast, and then you're trying to slow it down. So you're going.
Okay, that makes sense.
1E and 2. Like, no, I can't do that. 1E and Like
Okay.
something like that,
Yeah.
about
Oh my
it?
gosh,
That's a
I'm so
hard
stupid.
one to do. So you have to decide, and this is for everybody, you have to decide how far you have to go. So if I know this is gonna be big, and that my prep is gonna be here and my beat is gonna be here, I have to know how long it's gonna take me to go 1 and up, right? So I'm gonna pull up and separate that. So I now know I have to go smaller over here, 2, and it's how much time it takes you to evenly move between the two places. And that's really what tempo is all of the time, right? And it's something that, yes, with a lot more practice, it becomes sort of natural that your body subdivides it. But it's about, and this is where like dance comes in. If you've done that, you know that you have to hit on certain beats, right? And there has to be an actual moment, otherwise it doesn't look together with the rest of the ensemble.
I was on a step team.
Okay, well then it's the exact same thing, right? You do, in a step team, you do have slow versus fast movements, right?
Okay.
Right, you got yumpy bump, and then
Something like that, I guess.
something like that, I guess. That was my cross between Irish dance and step.
It was beautiful.
So, but there are times when it has to come down slow, and this is one of those. So if you were in that step to come down and go, oh wait, can't touch yet, right? It's how long. So you do have the ability to do that. It's just a matter of you putting your brain around it. Do it again.
Okay.
Now see, so right here, you're going.
I did
It's
it.
right.
I did it.
It is right until right about here. You're going. It's like you're doing that. So what you're doing right now is what we've been talking about in lessons for your cadence. You're taking that little bit of extra lift before you get to the beat. Okay? But I want you to go 1. Just drop it like it's hot right there.
Okay.
I like that one.
Okay, I'll try, but I'm afraid I'm. Okay, so if I do that whole drop thing, like, okay, would that be like 1 and then you go to 2? See, that's what I'm feeling too. That's
No, yes, you're gonna go to 2 because.
No, I know, but like it's gonna bounce and then I
Yes,
go to 2?
but that 2's not out there. 2's over here.
Oh, I'm
Look, okay, look, ready? Here, we're gonna drop it.
Sorry.
So we go 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. And we don't have to emphasize beats 2, 3, and 4. Why?
Because it's a whole note. I don't know.
Because it's a whole note.
Oh.
Right? It's a whole note. There's nothing happening in that.
Wait, so I was right?
I have no idea what you were actually asking me.
No, you asked me. Okay, I got it right. Just continue.
Okay.
Anyway,
See,
sorry.
you're not stupid.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so it's going to bounce, and that's okay.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to
Because
make
we
sure.
need the point on 1.
Okay.
Otherwise, how do we know, like those horns have to go, right? The strings actually have to put bow on string. They must have a point at which that happens for sound.
Okay.
Open the body. That's right, but it needs to be far bigger and far more. It's fortissimo. And you've got, seriously, your entire orchestra, right? Your entire orchestra. That means you've got bassoons blowing, you've got trumpets, you've got trombones, you've got all of the strings and the organ. Okay, so pretend you're playing a massive organ, you have to go BOOM! Your hands have to come down on it.
Okay.
Yeah, now that's exactly right here, but then you went too fast at. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know, it's so slow.
You got it.
Okay.
You got
All
it.
right.
One E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E. Don't speed up. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Now, do you feel how that first measure happens then?
Uh-huh.
Right? But then it can't speed up when we have to start moving. Now, When we get to that requiem, I should see something very different. This is where I'm seeing you hit 3 with the outside. But if we go to the second measure, we're really small. Look at the tip of my baton. Let me see if I can, I don't know if you guys are able to see it, but. Can you see the rhythm that I'm conducting? What you just gave me was this.
Yeah, that's different.
And so, but you're also giving me beat 4 instead of the and of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And because what happens, eternam. That entire phrase is going to tear. Requiem eternam. So I need to put a little bit more weight on that second downbeat, which will, so it makes sense for it to not crescendo, but we have different thoughts, right? We have, it needs to crescendo and there's a very specific idea, but we have an idea of growth or increased airflow in this. So if I'm thinking this way, we get your mom jumped me on a beat. I wasn't super clear then because she doesn't normally jump me.
Okay.
We played the half note at beat 2. So te, I need to minimize 2 on te. Terna, boom. Right? That makes sense?
It does.
Start one more time.
Okay.
Tip of the baton. From the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
One E and a 2 E and a smaller tip of the baton. 4 E and
That was
one.
trash.
It was not trash. It was just that you got there too early and stopped.
I did. Yeah. It was.
Can you speak your 1 E and a 2 E?
Sorry. Okay. 1 E and 2
Head up.
E and 3 E and 4 E and
1 smaller. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay, do just from
That
the
was wrong.
requiem where the chorus comes.
Okay. 3 E and 4 E and 1
and a 1 E and a small 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So how much are you guys gonna have to practice like just those little measures,
A lot.
right? As we look at this, are any of you going to be conducting these major works anytime soon?
No.
No. But here's the thing, I picked each one of these because of the tools that they can provide for you, right? So this one, yes, it is incredibly slow. And that is very hard for a lot of conductors to get. It really is, because just like when you're singing very quiet, it requires more air, right? And greater intensity of support. This one requires more body engagement.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very, I don't want to say it's taut of the body, but it is very super engaged. And I can feel it, here, if I'm doing this D, 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 I am like super, if you could feel here, this is fully engaged all the way down. Now, there's a trick between, you don't want it to look like I'm gonna, stab you with my baton, but it has to be there. And I would actually say when I'm doing, just go with the requiem. When I'm doing this part, this super slow, I feel it right in here. See, my abs are fully engaged. And everything else is still. So I will say that I am incredibly engaged across my hips and through the abdomen. Okay? And I don't believe that your body is engaged yet. Right? That's something that we've been working on just in general, huh? Finding that whole connection. I also feel like I'm very grounded. Notice that, there's a lot of times when I move a little more because it lets the air go, but this one is not. This is yum! And it is as rigid as I can be without it being rigid. Right?
Okay.
There is, I don't want to see,
Not stiffness.
right, it's not stiff, but it is, engaged is probably the best word I can say. I mean, if there were like the little body sensors on to see which muscles are firing, you would see like every single muscle in that, all the way up. The only place that's probably not super engaged like that is at my fingertips, because I want the flexibility in the baton. Okay? So you know what you gotta work on? Yeah. I would say a really good thing, if you guys have little weights at home, take like a little dumbbell or something and put it in a hand and feel what it is to not let it just drop there, to go boom. And then what happens when you have to, at that extension, lift it? Does that make sense? Is there anything heavy? There's everything else in this room, yet nothing heavy.
There's one of those wooden.
Yeah, the wooden blocks are lighter than my baton.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we'll throw that across.
The cow? Like that purple thing?
I really like.
Oh, it looks like it.
Really like. There's all of this stuff that I could probably fashion some kind of weapon out of.
I have an umbrella.
That's not.
Okay.
So I think the best thing.
What about like a water bottle? Anyone got a water
I
bottle?
have a metal one. That's cool.
That might, you might be able to do that. But if you were to feel, it's not really even heavy, but if you were to hold on to that, right? And I don't know where I am there, and you were to take this and you were just to go here, this is gonna open on me. I fear that. But what here, right? If I want to stop it at a specific point, what has to engage?
Your wrist
And under here,
Yeah.
right? All the lats, the dorsai, everything on the back, okay? And torso. Okay, you wanted to go?
Yeah.
That's mine.
That's yours.
Great job, Christina.
Oh, were you thinking?
Thank you, Boo. She didn't hear me. What am I doing? She doesn't hear me.
She could probably.
Some of that. When you yell, people can hear you. When you go,
I could hear.
Don't forget your video.